Hey everybody, it's Matt Thompson here at the EstesGroup, and I'm happy to say that we've got a really cool new video series that we're launching, and I'd like for you guys to all be able to sign up and make sure that you get all of that exciting new content that we're starting to push out. But we're going to be talking about out-of-the-box tools for the Epicor 10 software. And part of that is we see a lot of people that are out there and they're running things like planning and scheduling, case management, quoting, and they've always made so many different changes, modifications, or just different pieces of the software that they're using, and they kind of forget about the fundamentals, and those fundamentals are what make Epicor 10 great. And there are a few little quick tips and tricks that I'll be showing along the way, but talking about things in planning and scheduling like time phase, how to think like MRP. I'm telling you, if you master time phase, you've mastered how Epicor thinks. And if you've mastered how Epicor thinks, you can work your way through just about any different problem that you may have trying to think through your ERP system of Epicor 10. Also, the production planner workbench, know what's ready for the floor. This is a tool that a lot of people don't even know exists in the software, so I'll walk you through that. Quick job entry. Really does live up to its name, so how do you use those things effectively? What's the planning workbench and how does that work in the MTO type of organizations? Job manager, complex environments, man, those are the kinds of things that job manager comes in, splitting jobs, merging jobs, doing all those fun things. The change impact informer and overload informer and how to handle those kinds of situations in an infinite or a finite scheduling capacity mode, and what do you do with these tools and how do you respond to them? All really good things to start to get to know and understand with what can be there out of the box for you in Epicor 10. On top of that, we're going to talk about case management in another video. So how that hub and spoke design really works. It's a centralized data capture point, and it surely is not your normal help desk application. You can have an easy two-click response to create RMAs, to create quotes, to create response sales orders, to create repair jobs. This thing really has a lot of horsepower behind it, and we're going to talk about how can you use that for both externally communications coming inbound as well as internal types of communications to be able to use it for your own types of activities that go on in your business. Quoting out of the box. So how do we really do some simple personalization to make life easy out of that thing? How do we derive to some cost plus quoting and make sure that we're going to make a profit? Dealing with the markups that are going to drive that, and how do we mark up materials that may belong to different product or part classes, and sometimes we can't get away with as big of markups, especially if we have markup on some things where there's some customer supplied pricing deals and things with the certain vendors you may have. Quantity breaks, how are those really working? How's that displaying on the quote? How do you make some changes to that if you need to? And then being able to view and monitor that sales pipeline. And then overarching all of that is there's really a pretty robust workflow system out of the box Epicor 10 that you can use with task management and have a quote actually flow through multiple different departments before you finalize that as a quoted opportunity out there. So some pretty cool tools that we're going to talk about with that. As well, we've got material movement. We got a lot of things here that people just kind of neglect. Simple barcoding. The forms that come out of the box in SSRS have barcodes capability there. Why not use them? Same thing with the MESQ. So want to go paperless? Great opportunity here to start looking at these things. General inventory movement and staging inventory for production. I see a lot of businesses using a very visual system, and as you continue to grow, you start to run out of space and you start to run out of eyes to keep track of all of that. So how can we let the system really help us there? And then receiving processing. What's the multiple steps and checkpoints that we can have along the way with that, especially as it goes into quality, and how do we control those types of things? We're going to talk about that in the material movement video. And then finally, we're going to talk about tablets, and they are here to stay. So what's mobile access versus remote desktop? How do we have some different accessory capabilities out there, especially when we want to be able to be on a barcode type of atmosphere, or even doing some image capture to make sure that we capture pictures of different things. And then one of the coolest things that we're working on here with tablets is being able to have your quality team on the move. So not being tethered to a computer, not being tethered into a QC lab, but have a tablet and being able to run around with that as they're making their inspections on the line, just off the line, whatever those types of things are. So we'll show how the different tools and the capabilities are there to be able to help support that. So if that sounds good to you, make sure you get involved in the conversation. Sign up for the series. Go to estesgrp.com/toolbox. The link's shown right here on the screen, so make sure to write that down, estesgrp.com/toolbox, and sign up there. And what you'll do is you'll get emails to let you know exactly how to access all of this great information. And we're going to be releasing those videos here on our website, and you'll get access to all those things first look. And if that kind of stuff's interesting to you as well, make sure go out to facebook.com/EstesGroup, Twitter @EstesGroup, and linkedin.com/company/EstesGroup. Start a conversation with us there. What do you want to see? What do you think about the content that we're showing you here today and the types of videos that you're watching? Do you have different questions on how your business is actually using these tools and what they're doing? Start that conversation. I'm out there all the time monitoring those 3 different channels, and would be happy to hear from you guys, and make sure you get that conversation rolling out there, and we're here for you. So again, looking forward to you guys all downloading this video series. Again, 5 parts to that, some really good content for how to use Epicor out of the box. Get to us on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and you'll be able to see when we're releasing all of our new content. And we've got an exciting fall schedule for new content and everything else coming out. So look forward to seeing you all soon. Thank you.